Welcome. Today, we are jumping right into a complete masterclass on Google's Agent Development Kit, or ADK. If you've ever wanted to get past making simple chatbots and start building genuinely powerful, autonomous AI agents, well, you are in exactly the right place. Let's get into it.
And listen, that is no exaggeration. The skill of building and orchestrating AI agents is quickly becoming table stakes for developers. We're really moving beyond the era of just simple Q&A bots and into a new world of creating autonomous systems that can actually solve complex, real-world problems.
So what is Google's ADK, really? Well, at its heart, it's a framework built on one super powerful idea. What if we treated building AI agents just like we treat building any other piece of software? It brings all that discipline, clear structure, testable code, scalable architecture, to the wild, creative world of AI. And that shift, that's what separates a fun little side project from a real, production-ready AI application.
Now you might be thinking, okay, this sounds powerful, but it's probably going to be a huge pain to set up. But that's honestly where ADK really shines. We're going to get you totally equipped and ready to build your very first agent in just a matter of minutes. Seriously.
The setup process itself tells you everything you need to know about ADK's focus on being simple and developer-friendly. First, just make sure you've got Python 3.10 or newer. Then, you'll pop over to Google AI Studio to grab a free Gemini API key. After that, in a nice clean virtual environment, it's just one command: pip install Google ADK. And to make sure it all worked, just type ADK in your terminal. If you see that list of commands pop up, congratulations, you're officially ready to build. And check this out. This one single command shows you exactly what ADK is all about. It automatically builds out an entire logical project structure for you. That means no more wasting time figuring out where files should go or writing a bunch of boilerplate code. You get to jump straight into the fun part, actually defining what your agent does.
So let's dig into that a little more, because this focus on the developer is really the core of what makes ADK so special. It's not just a random collection of tools, it's a completely thought-out system, designed from the ground up for us, the builders.
So with all the other tools out there, you might be wondering where ADK fits in. Well, think of it like this. If LangChain is your general-purpose Swiss Army knife, and CrewAI is for creating teams of agents with specific personalities, then ADK's sweet spot is building really robust, workflow-driven agents that need to keep track of things. It absolutely excels at creating structure and clear orchestration, especially if you're in the Google ecosystem.
And when it comes to testing, you've got amazing options. The ADK run command is perfect for quick, simple checks right in your terminal. But ADK web? Oh, this is the game changer. It spins up a full-blown local web interface. Yeah, you get a chat window, but you can also see every single step of the agent's thought process, debug events, and manage conversations. It's like having an X-ray into your agent's brain.
All right, so a basic agent is cool and all, but the real magic begins when we start powering it up. We're talking about giving it a different brain, giving it hands to interact with the world, and most importantly, forcing it to give us clean, structured output we can actually rely on.
Now here's one of the biggest headaches in building AI apps: predictability. You just can't build a serious application on an agent that spits out random, unstructured text every time. ADK has a brilliant solution for this, using a library called Pydantic. It lets you define the exact JSON structure you want, which guarantees that the agent's response is always clean, reliable, and ready to be plugged into any other system. It's a huge deal.
And what about the agent's brain, the model itself? Well, while ADK is optimized for Gemini, it's totally model-agnostic. You're not locked in. If you want to use models from OpenAI or Anthropic, there's this clever little wrapper called LiteLLM that acts like a universal translator, so you don't have to change any of your agent's code. And if you want to run powerful open-source models right on your own machine, you just point ADK to a local Llama server. It's incredibly flexible.
An agent without tools is basically just a brain in a jar. ADK gives it hands. You can write regular Python functions, and as long as you write a good description of what it does, the agent will figure out when to use it. If you're using Gemini, you get Google Search and a code interpreter right out of the box. And this is where it gets really wild. You can even wrap an entire agent and use it as a tool for another agent. The possibilities there are just incredible.
Okay, let's quickly peek under the hood at the architecture that makes all this work so beautifully. There are really just three core concepts you need to grasp: session, state, and runner. Understanding these is the key to truly mastering ADK.
First up, we have the session. The easiest way to think about this is that it's just the container for one unique conversation. So every time you start a new chat, you're creating a new session.
It holds the entire history of that specific interaction, which is crucial for giving the agent the context it needs to have a coherent conversation.
Next up is the state. Think of this as the session's personal scratch pad. It's a simple little place where the agent can jot down important bits of information across different turns in the conversation. For example, if you tell it your username, it can save that to the state so it doesn't have to ask you again 5 minutes later.
And finally, we have the runner. This is the engine, the orchestrator, the thing doing all the hard work behind the scenes. It takes your input, figures out where it needs to go, helps the agent manage the state, and then delivers the final response back to you. It's really the component that ties everything else together.
So we've covered a lot. The setup, the amazing developer experience, all the powerful features, and even the core architecture. But let's bring this all home. What does this actually mean for you as a builder? Here's the ultimate takeaway. ADK isn't just another AI framework. It's a professional-grade toolkit. By taking all those principles we know and trust from software engineering, like clear structure and testability, it gives you a clear, reliable path to go from a quick prototype on your laptop all the way to a scalable, production-ready application. It helps you level up from the art of prompt engineering to the discipline of agent engineering.
At the end of the day, this framework gives you both the structure and the power. It's a new kind of engineering superpower for building intelligent systems that can actually go out and do things in the world. So really, the only question left is, what are you going to solve with it first?